Hey, so today we are breaking out of the house with Henry. Grant is already gone. We both have hair appointments this morning. So he is gone getting his haircut. And then Henry and I are gonna go and meet them. And Grant and I are gonna kind of swap with him. They might hang out and stay there for a little bit. Otherwise, they might come home. I don't know. We'll see. But it's his first real outing, and it's only fitting that it is to go get our haircut. So that's exciting for us. And then just come home, and we are gonna do some attempt at some yard work. Actually, it'll probably be more so Grant doing yard work, and I'll be with him unless my mom wants to take him for a little bit, and I can try to help Grant a little bit with our yard. And we are going to get some grass seed and start planting grass. Shockingly enough, our grass has come back actually fairly decently. I kind of had a feeling it would, just because the grass down here has always been super thick and plush. So I'm not super surprised, but it's pretty good actually, and it's really green. And we'll see, I guess, how much grass seed we really need. In the front of our house, we are gonna need a lot more grass seed, just because it wasn't all grass there. There was a barn standing there, and there was concrete, obviously, from where the barn was, and there was more buildings that used to be in the front of the house versus the back. So the front will need definitely probably majority of the grass seed, but that's not too bad if all around the house doesn't really need any. So that's our plan for today. Hopefully Henry does good. He should. He's sleeping right now, so that's nice. But I figured I'd come on and just do a little get ready with me kind of thing. I definitely notice when I put my makeup on, I feel different. I feel more put together, and it makes a difference in the day for sure. Whether it's a full face of makeup or just honestly, sometimes just putting some bronzer on and covering up my under eyes is good enough. Just a little something to make me feel like I'm put together is all I need. And then change out of my jammies into different pair of sweatpants, and we're fine. So we're learning, we're getting used to things. I'm hoping Henry is gonna start to kind of get the hang of things too. I think we pretty much have his schedule down, and it's pretty all right. There's some nights where he's up more, but that's to be expected, I guess, But last night, let me tell you what, that kid, so I was up with him from probably 2:45-ish till I didn't lay my head down until 5 o'clock. Mind you, he was sleeping a little bit before that. I just had stuff to do. So I changed him. So what I typically do is I'll start a bottle for him, and I'll give him till between an ounce and 2 ounces, and then I'll change his diaper, and then he'll finish his bottle, and then he'll go to sleep. So we did that last night. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? So I go change him, and I knew he went poop. So I went to go change him in his room, just because it's easier. It's up higher than in the pack and play in the living room. And he, by far the biggest poop I have seen him have, by far. So I was like, okay, we got that handled, whatever. I have his legs up, cleaning him up. Then he starts peeing and it hit my hand. And I was like, you've got to be freaking joking. But I was like, okay, if it just hits my hand, that's fine. And it dribbles down onto his stomach and not on his jammies, we'll be fine. Okay, so it seemed to be okay the first time. Like, we would have been fine. Then I go to take that wipe off and he starts peeing again. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, kid. That time it just was everywhere. Like, it went all over. So his changing pad is on his dresser. So it went all over his dresser. Luckily, the dresser is inside of his closet. So luckily he didn't get anything on any of his clothes that were hanging in his room, but it got in his hair, it got on his pajamas, it got all over the changing pad. And I'm like, okay, first of all, these are your fresh SpongeBob pajamas. Brand new, you've never worn them before. Now you just peed on them. Gotta wash those again. And you just had a bath. And you peed in your hair. So, I have that like cleansing water stuff. So I took him naked, well, with a diaper on, to the bathroom and grabbed a washcloth. And I wiped him up with that and got the pee out of his hair and all that fun stuff. But I'm like, kid, it is like 3 o'clock in the morning. Why are we doing this now? You never poop this big in the middle of the day. All of your poops that are massive are at like this time of day. Because he did that yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever it was. Also, it wasn't quite as large and as much chaos. But I was like, you've got to be kidding me, dude. Like, come on, help me out a little bit. So, and I was actually tempted. I told Grant this morning, I was like, I was really tempted to come and get you when I took his jammies off and saw that it was like borderline the edge of his diaper, and have you help me wrangle him and like just change him so it's quicker. But I didn't. It went fine. It went smooth and it was actually pretty quick, all things considered. But I was just in shock. So that was my fun morning, I guess. And Grant, because as soon as I laid down, he woke up. Literally, I looked at the clock. When I laid down, it was 5 o'clock. When I looked at the clock again, because he was up, it was 5:10. I was like, you're joking. And by that time, it had been like an hour and a half-ish since he finished his bottle. So I was like, no, we're not doing this. So I just grabbed him and he laid in bed with Grant and I, and he went back to sleep for a while. And then he got back up and then Grant took him and fed him and everything was fine then. But, yeah, that was our night. Hopefully he's waking up now if you can't hear. Hopefully today and tonight go a little bit better and there's no blowouts or anything too crazy for us, because I could use a little break from the blowouts or the verge of blowouts. He's never had like an actual blowout yet, so we've been pretty good with those. I don't want a blowout. So we're really pretty good on keeping him changed. And I know, like, obviously, if you change your kid on the regular, it doesn't matter. Sometimes just, it's going to be a blowout, even if you just changed him 20 minutes ago. Like, it doesn't matter. But we try to stay on top of it pretty well, and just in hopes that he won't. But I know the time is coming. I just have to prepare myself, I guess. But yeah, I haven't used these colors on my eyes in forever, and it just reminds me of like summer. So I used Claire and what is this one? Havana or something? Yeah, Havana. And then Drift. It's just very pinky. And then before I just put down, what was this one? It was just like a basic brown Bubba as a base. And it's just, I love the vibrance. I'm gonna wear a pink shirt today. So I figured try to coordinate. I used a pink blush and then the eyeshadow. But yeah, that's all I got for you. I'm sure he's gonna actually like fully wake up here now in a minute. So I will grab him and just finish my makeup. All I gotta do is put on a little mascara and we are golden. So enjoy your Saturday. I think it's supposed to be pretty nice today. A little cooler this morning, but I'm excited to get outside and do a little work and just enjoy the weather and have Grant be home because he worked last Saturday. So it'll be nice to have him home 2 days this week instead of just on Sunday. So yeah, have a fantastic weekend and we'll keep you updated with the hair. I'm very excited. We are doing color. So I gotta cover up all of my gray hairs. So I'll keep you updated with that. And yeah, see you later.